So I'm also recording the session for your benefit and so that you can always refer to it. So tips and techniques. So first thing is how to add colors, how to add music, how to add audio, how to prepare for our lessons. That is what, because we are all educators. So what I'm going to talk is basically our classroom purposes. Okay, there are many PowerPoint for different purposes, for sessions and so on. So what I'm stressing is how mainly about our classrooms, and even you can use it for other sessions. So first thing is, if you see in this slide, okay, I've used different colors and I've inserted a video. So whenever you want audio or video file, that can be inserted, and that I will be explaining to you. So just like in today's, when we started, I had put a music here there. So when I play the music, what happens is that you will be able to hear that. So that I'm going to explain. So music can be added. And if you don't want to add music, that is your choice, absolutely. But what is important, there are 3 rules. These 3 rules are very, very important for us. First is you have to give a structure to your presentation. There has to be a structure. If there is no structure, people will lose track of what the thing is. So if your students, you're not able to engage your students, it becomes very difficult. So keep it very simple. Don't make it very complex, because sometimes I've seen, letters coming from here, flying from here, and it becomes very complex. So, and if you look at the slide here, it's spaced out very well, and I have numbered it 1, 2, 3, and you have to keep your audience engaged. So if there is any question answer, you can always ask. Similarly for your students. So it's always better to prepare simple slides, but it should be colorful, and if you want to add some light music, that can be added. Okay. So the first tip that I'm going to share, if you want to make a PowerPoint presentation, simplify and limit the number of words on each screen. Okay. And you've seen Facebook and all that. They use a combination of blue and white. So a dark brown background with light coloring is good, and or vice versa. So use key phrases. So when you're teaching, don't read out everything from the PowerPoint slide. Sometimes there are a lot of people taking sessions. They'll just keep on reading whatever is written. That the PPT is not meant for the person who is explaining. It's meant for the students. So you be impromptu, you explain your lesson. You're all doing so much teaching. So that is only for reference. You can just look here and there, but you always speak out. And avoid putting a lot of capitals. Okay. Sometimes you will just use capital letters and make it into bold and all that. Don't use that. Use contrasting colors for text and background. Okay. So that's important, because the visibility is important. It's important that you read. And avoid the use of flashy transition. As I told you, the split screens and coming here and there. There are a lot of transition. It excites you initially, but all that can be avoided to make it very simple. Okay. Then overuse of special effects. So special effects are very, very important, I understand. But at the same time, overusing it will reduce your credibility, and people will lose track of what you're trying to explain. And use good quality images. So I will be explaining to you all this, how to put the effects and the images, and how to make your slides very attractive. And one thing is that never make it a very, I have seen some slides only white colored background and then some text. That is the most boring thing that can happen. So always have some pictures on your slide. So if suppose I'm using here, I'm trying to explain to you animation and sound. So I put 2 pictures. One is of the sound, showing the sound waves, and other is about the animation. So immediately you can connect with me and know that I'm trying to explain to you about 3D animation and sounds. Okay. So how are we going to use that slides, and how we are going to insert that we'll be explaining to you shortly. Then we have the texture and pattern fills. Now see the texture and pattern fills. How do we do this? Now see, if you look at the background of this slide, there is a texture. So this can be added very easily. Our slides can be having a solid color. It can have textures. It can have patterns. So it's better that we use all this so that it looks a little bit attractive. And never use white as a background unless it's very, very essential. Always, because after all, people like to see some color. So you can use different colors. And if you're presenting this for your students, make sure that you take a lot of material from the textbooks. Okay, don't it has to be relatable. So if the students are not finding your content relatable, then you will lose track. So, and always carry your presentation on your laptop. the pen drive or a disk, we don't use it, but the speed becomes less when you use it from a pen drive. So it's always advisable to store your PPT on the laptop, desktop, so that you can play it easily. Now, I'll be explaining you three things today. One is how to make a PPT, and one is if you don't have a time for making PPT, then how to get it ready-made. And third is how to make slides, how to get slides from different sources. So if you have time, best is to make. Otherwise, there are other sources that I can tell you. Okay, so images are very powerful. If your images are able to talk to your students, that is enough. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So you don't have to put a lot of content. Put pictures, put a lot of images, because images are very powerful. Okay, then you will find that there are some things like, for example, in this slide, you will see, the screen is moving. So all these effects can be put very easily. So these are all readily available. So today, whatever I'm going to explain to you, I will be using only free sources. Okay, I never go for any paid sites or any paid apps. All that I'm going to explain to you, you can use using free software, free apps. Okay, so you can move like this, you can prepare colors, you can do all that. Okay, so this is one thing. Now this is I didn't prepare this, I got a ready-made slide. Okay, so you see the numbering and all that, 5, 6 and all, it's in 3-dimensional, and I get a very good impact with the background. I can change backgrounds, all this. So that I'll be theoretically explaining. I'm just showing you some sample slides that all this is possible to create an impactful PowerPoint presentation. Okay, this is I have taken from the textbook. Okay, this is a textbook. So you are using NCERT when you are teaching. So sometimes what you show is just the NCERT text. That becomes a little boring. So what we can do is take out text, take out portion from the NCERT, prepare a PPT. That also I'll be explaining how to create PPT from the existing textbooks. Okay, so that there is a lot of color and there is a lot of animation. So what I'm going to do now is going to practically take you to a session and create a PowerPoint from scratch. Okay, so this will be important, how to create a PowerPoint. And if you don't want to create a PowerPoint at all, suppose tomorrow I have a class on something and you don't have time for that preparing, then how to get how to prepare a PPT in, let's say, 15 minutes. That also is possible. How to prepare a PPT in 1 hour also is possible, because if you're doing from the scratch everything, then it takes time. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to explain is, okay, let me share my screen again. So the first thing is I will take out a PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm going to take out a PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. So one of the things that can be done is go for a blank presentation, or if it is not blank, there are lots of themes already available. So you don't have to work very hard. The themes are already there. So you have to work less. So what are the themes that you want? So look at the themes here: presentation theme, education, charts, diagram, business. So let's click on presentations. So in presentation, there are already so many templates available. So you don't have to, rack your brains or what should be the design. So select something which you like. Okay. And already the templates will be there. We just have to edit that and put it. So I can select a suitable template. So I want to do, let's say, something on sports. Okay, tomorrow I'm taking a class on sports. So I can select this because there is a ball here. I'm teaching something about vegetables here, fresh food presentation. This is the basket.
No, it's not a big no. It's not a big no. If the child goes online, looks.
Any questions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
सर ये आप किधर गए थे ये इस पे आने के लिए, इस पेज पे आने के लिए?
मैम ये आपको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पावर पॉइंट का मैं बता रहा हूँ। ये माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पावर पॉइंट आपको खोलना है। ये माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का है। ये पहले ये दिस इज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, जैसे आपका एक्सेल होता है, जैसे माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड होता है, वैसे ही माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पावर पॉइंट होता है। सो दिस इज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पावर पॉइंट। So when you open Microsoft,
all these slide samples are available.
Samples are already available. इससे भी इजी तरीका मैं बताता हूँ। ये तो अभी मैं आप ये शुरुआत है। अगर आप if you want to use this Microsoft PowerPoint ready made, suppose let's say मैं एक निकाल के दिखाता हूँ आपको। Suppose I am a sports teacher. I will click on the basketball presentation. तो मेरे पास ये आ गया। I will click on create. ठीक है, तो मेरे पास ऑलरेडी स्लाइड्स रेडीमेड है, तो मैं क्या करूंगा, आई जस्ट हैव टू चेंज द what am I doing? Okay, so I'm going to just type here, welcome to my class, something. I'm just giving an example on, I'm just giving you a random example, you can do whatever. Okay, I'm just giving you an example that this can be done. तो क्या किया है, I am just taking a slide, I didn't do anything, मैंने ये कुछ डिजाइन नहीं किया, क्योंकि डिजाइनिंग from scratch is taking time. That also I will tell you. Subtitle you can add. Okay, session 1. So इतने टाइम में in 5 seconds I have created my first slide. ये हो गया, welcome to my class on basketball session 1 हो गया, ready-made slide हो गया आपका second. Now here देखो basketball, there is already a caption. Now you don't want this picture, आप picture replace कर सकते हो. You can click this and you can insert your own picture. How do you insert your own picture? There is an option here, insert. Okay, so you can click on insert, and if you are having a picture on your desktop, okay, click on pictures. The pictures will have two options. One is this device and one is online pictures. You're able to see one is this device and one is online pictures. Suppose I have photographs from somewhere. I have downloaded the photograph. That also I will tell you how to download. So suppose I have one photograph. I'm just giving you an example. Suppose, let's say I have this on my laptop of a cricketer. So see this Virat Kohli is playing. I can put this instead of this. I can remove this picture. I can just click and put backspace, वो delete हो जाता है. And I want to put this new picture here. So I can click here and put this instead of this. So if you want to change, you can do that. Okay. Otherwise, you can let it remain. So I have put my own picture. I can put my picture. I can put my caption. So like this, I can do whatever. I can change all this text. And always remember, the ready-made slides are very easy. So in half an hour, you will be able to prepare this full thing. In half an hour, you will be able to pull this. So I want to put another picture here. Now, let's say I don't have any picture now. I want to take out a picture. So again, what will I do? I will click on insert. I will click on picture, online pictures. So online, there are lots of pictures. So what will happen? It will give me an option. So since I'm doing on sports, I'm doing on basketball, let me type a basketball player. Let me see if I'm able to get the picture of Michael Jordan. Okay, online pictures. Yeah, so I'm getting Michael Jordan. He's an iconic basketball player. So I want to insert his picture. So I'm going to insert. So always every slide should have pictures. That's important. Without a picture, your slide is very dry. So see the difference it has created in the slide now. So I can increase and decrease the size of the slide. And these are good quality pictures. You can magnify it 4 to 5 times also, no problem. Okay. And another thing that you will see is that here there will be license. This you want, you can delete it. You can delete it. Okay. Again, using the backspace. And then you can put your cursor here and right click on this and cut out that box. So that will go away and you are getting only the picture of Michael Jordan. You can increase or decrease. You can move all this as you want and put it here. So see, there is a difference now. Michael Jordan ka picture aa gaya, so that impact has come. So like this, I can do anything with my slides. So these are ready-made slides. So this will take about half an hour to prepare one good slide. So this part, I'm sure you are okay with it. This is clear, right? So what I've just to explain this, what I'm going to do is that I have taken up a slide which is already there. So let me take out another one and show you. Okay, let me take out another one and show you. So let me see. Okay, so let me repeat this because I know there are some beginners. So I don't want to do this. I want something else. Okay, let's say I am a primary teacher. So I am going for a simple presentation like this. I'm going to create, these are all ready-made, already available. So elementary school, I can change all this. Okay, I can change all this. Okay, we can change all this. And already again, the templates are there. Welcome parents, this all we can change. Just by clicking on it, you change. Instead of parents, I can write welcome students. Okay. And I can put this, I can put this. So already this is, your time is saved. So you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to start from scratch. So this is one thing. Secondly, now, okay, all this is there. Now school policies get involved. This is all there. You are not happy with something and you want to delete that. What you can do is just go to that number. Hey, this I don't want. So I can right click on this. And here I'm going to get an option delete slide. Okay, whichever I don't want, I can right click on it and I can write here delete slide. So that slide will go away. You can also add your slide. Suppose after this, I want to add my slide. So what will I do? After 7, I want another slide in between 7 and 8. So I will click on 7 and here there's a option here, new slide. I'm going to put that new slide. I'm going to choose an option, how it should be. One of these options, custom layout, or this, whether it should be like this, anyone you can select. So I have selected a blank one. Okay. If suppose I want to do something on my own now. So I'm showing now how to do something on my own. So first of all, this is about primary class. Okay. What are you teaching the class? Suppose you are talking about alphabets. Okay. So I'm going to insert some picture first of all. Without picture, it is not looking good. So I'm going to go to pictures. If I have on my device, good. Otherwise, I'll search online pictures and I'm going to put here, let's say alphabets. I'm going to teach alphabets. Just an example. This could be anything, whatever you are doing. So I've got a picture on alphabets. I'm selecting any random one. I'll just click on that. Here there is an option insert. So I'm going to get that picture now here, the alphabets. Now I can reduce the size of this little bit. Maybe I don't want the whole thing as alphabets. I want only this much. Okay. And if I want, I can put boundaries here. So this is a boundaries. If you want, I can put a boundary here. Okay. So now it's looking slightly better. I can increase or decrease the size of this by taking my cursor, left click and doing it. So I can add a title here. What am I teaching them? Alphabets today. So ALPHA, I'm teaching alphabets. Okay, I don't like the color of this background. Okay, I want to change the background color. This is my alphabets. I want to change the background color. So what I'll do, I will go to this blank space, click right click here. So when you click, okay, suppose I want to change this background color, right click here. Here you will get an option format background. What is the option? Format background. So click on format background. So when you have format background here, it is written solid fill. And here you have the option of this colors. So click here. Suppose I don't like this. I want yellow. So I can go to this color and click yellow. See what has happened. The background has changed. Okay. I don't want yellow. I want something else. So I can keep trying what looks good. Okay. Let me try with black. So black is coming like that. So I can choose different colors and see. So this is plain. Okay. So don't go for that. Please put some color. Okay. So whatever suits that, if you, whatever you want, you can put. So different options will come like that. So this is about solid color. Now there is also an option. If you don't want the solid color, I have an option of gradient color. Okay. Solid color. Let me choose, for example, I have chosen this and I want now gradient color. So gradient color, I'm showing you how it happens. These are the gradient. That means it's not uniform throughout the slide. Somewhere it's dark, somewhere it is light. So there is a gradient. Also, you can have textures. See, these are the textures. What type of textures do you want? So if you don't want a plain slide with a plain color, you can have a texture fill. Okay. And we can have lots of options here. Just click on the clipboard and you will have lots of options here. You can insert from your file online pictures. Okay. Wherever options are there, you can do that. So then there are patterns. You want to fill patterns. Okay. So let me first fill it with a solid color. Let's say I am putting this. I want a pattern now to be filled. Instead of that, see, I have patterns. Now I am making it different. It's not plain. So I've got something different now. So I can make patterns in the background. Okay. So I can increase or decrease the size as I told you. Okay. And I can change the pattern here. I can rotate it. Now, suppose I don't like this. I want a 3D rotation of this. I can do that also. So let me select something like this. Okay. So this I can select like this. And here we have an option is there, foreground and background. So foreground is what happens in front and background is what happens behind. So I can introduce different colors now. The texture is there and the color is there. So like this, we can experiment with each slide if you want to make it attractive. Okay, now suppose let's come to the portion like you want to create. Now these are all ready made. Okay, you don't have to do anything. All this is ready made. Now I'm going to add a new slide, and let me let's say I want to add a new slide. Okay, yeah. So I want to add a new slide, and I want to take something from the textbook. Okay, because we use NCERT textbooks mostly, or you are using some textbooks, then how to take images from there. So what we need to do is that I will tell you the site from where we NCERT can be taken out is, okay, just type PRASHANT Prashantalina. This is called Prashantalina. Okay, this is the best site where all NCERT books are available. So you want to take out images from the book, you want to take questions from the book, just click on this. Okay, again, this site I'm repeating, this is Prashantalina, PRASHANTHELINA. Here, all the books are already there, 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 5th, 4th. If you're using NCERT books, this is the easiest. So let's say you are a maths teacher or an English teacher or whichever subjects you want, you can take the links from here. So especially for maths and all, it's very difficult to copy down a lot of sums. Or for English, you want some images and you want a comprehension out of that. Okay, so let me show you that. So I'll click on maths. This is Hindi medium, this is English medium. You can choose either. And I'm going to click on the English medium textbook. So my English medium textbook is right there. I'll go to a chapter, and let's say that I want to use some image from the textbook. So this is chapter number 3. And okay, there is an image here. I want to use this image in my PPT. So what I'm going to do, I need to take this image and paste it in my PPT, right? So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a tool which is called the snipping tool. So in your search box, you need to type there snipping tool. Okay, this is an app, snipping tool. Okay, so snipping tool is the best app to take out pictures or content. Now I will take the snipping tool, I will click on new, and what will happen? This screen will get shaded like this, and I'm going to highlight the picture that I want. Okay, I want this picture. I want to show this picture to my students. Okay, now this is there. Now this has been selected. Now the picture that has been selected, I will just right click on it and I will copy this. Okay, I have right clicked. Okay, again I'm repeating, take the picture, right click, copy option comes. I'm going to minimize it or cross it, whatever. Okay, I'll go back to my PPT. Okay, and I'm going to paste it here. So right click again, I'm going to paste it. So what happens, that picture that I wanted from the textbook is now here. So I can also copy paste questions, diagrams from the book, all that. So you need not spend or rack your brains in making your own diagram. See the diagram that is from the book has come here. So same way questions, if you want to take out questions from the textbook, the same procedure can be repeated. Okay, so this again, I can do the same thing. I can put background. I can do the designing options here, format the background of this. I can remove this color and put some other color. All these I can keep on doing and experimenting. Okay. Then comes
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Sir, this snipping tool we have to. From
Snipping.
where have you brought this snipping tool?
Ma'am, snipping tool is normally on your laptop. If you're using a are you using a laptop? If you are having
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
installed. Here there is a search button, ma'am, on the left bottom corner.
Okay, sir.
Here you just type snipping tool. It should
Okay,
be.
sir.
If
Yes,
it is
sir.
not, if it is not there, ma'am, you can always download this. This is a very useful app for teachers. Any content that you want from anywhere can be brought here. Okay.
Okay.
So the snipping tool also is a
Okay,
very
thank you, sir.
welcome, ma'am. And anybody else who wants to ask questions, please do that during this, so that so that when we, because I'll be telling you different things. So this part is this.
Sir, NCERT site is already there. So do we need to go to Prashant, Alina, or we
Ma'am,
can
if
go to
NCERT
NCERT site as well?
NCERT, yeah, anyone. You don't know. I'm just telling because all the books are readily available here, 1 to 12. Subject wise, it's all in order. So if you find that the NCERT site is better because NCERT site has got more load, so sometimes, or if you already, because you must have already downloaded some stuff on your computer, then it becomes easier.
Just to put to your notice from Prashant, Alina, I saw that in 11th class home science subject was not mentioned there.
Yes, ma'am.
Just you just
Yeah, so that is true because actually they uploaded very late, I think, that syllabus. Okay, besides
Okay.
Microsoft, are there other options to make slides? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to do that in the shortly because everyone is not comfortable with Microsoft.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly explain more, please, sir. Slipping tool, this one, please. Kindly
Okay. Yeah, explain.
Please,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Extra, I'm not having this, Hannah. So please, kindly, sir, guide us for the same.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it available in the desktop or in the laptop only?
No, desktop. You're using Windows, no? If you're using Windows, then it will be there. If it is not there, making PPT on the phone is very, very difficult. Try to do it on a laptop. You can make it, but extremely tough. Through a mobile phone, you can do it, but extremely, very, very tough. So, but then I will give you a shortcut for that also. Okay, suppose that I will tell you in the end. Okay, so if I tell you the shortcut now, you will not listen to the whole thing. So ready-made PPTs also are available. That I will tell you in the end. Okay, so snipping tool I am going to explain once more. So let me add one more slide here now. New slide. I will add a new slide. Okay. And let me, I want to put some picture here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the site and let me take out something else. Now I'm going to do something else. Let's say I want to take out the image of this graph. Okay, I want to take the image of this graph. Okay, now how difficult it would be to make a graph actually, but with snipping tool, I can just search the snipping tool, take the snipping tool. This you cancel, this was our previous one. Okay, I'm going to use the snipping tool on this. So I'm going to take it out again. Yeah, so I'm going to click on new. I'm going to select this graph. Okay, select the graph. So graph is what I want. Then I've got it on a new page. I will right click this. When I right click it, I'll get the copy option. When you get the copy option, now you will take out the PPT and I can include my graph now very nicely here with the paste. So I've got my graph here. So I didn't have to make the graph. I just took it from the book and I could paste it very easily on the PPT. So same way, all the text, even if all the text material, diagrams in the book, everything can be taken out from the snipping tool and added into your PPT. And this can be, you can decorate all this with the border and everything like picture effects and all that. So this is about this part. Then, okay, just to remind you, in 2 minutes, we'll get logged out. And then after, immediately after 2-3 minutes, you can join back for the second session. Okay. Then, some people like to introduce, like for example, today when the session started, there was a music. So how to include music, like children, they will love a lot of videos, animations and all that if you're teaching lower classes, or if you're having a work experience class. And so how do we download videos and audios? That I will tell you. Then also somebody was asking in the chat that, is this the only option of Microsoft? No, there is another option using Canva that I will be explaining to you. And also how to get ready-made slides, that also I will be explaining to you. Till now, any other questions regarding how to create slides? So I would suggest, or as a beginner, always use slides which are already available. It becomes easy for you. So if it is easily available, that becomes more easy. In half an hour, you will be able to create a slide. So what you need to do is, again, I'm telling you, go for Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, I've got an Office 2019 version. Here, this is a blank presentation. Now, if you go for a blank presentation, nothing will be there. This is blank. So most people I have seen, they will make something on this. It's very unattractive, right? So if I had welcomed you like this, welcome. So how will you feel? So some people will welcome their students like this. It doesn't make sense, right? So that is why a blank slide should never be used. There should be some creativity, and we should put some pictures. How will we put the pictures? That I told you. Here we have to insert picture option, this device or online picture. Suppose a blank slide also, I want a welcome slide. I will just search here welcome. Okay, and I will get something good. And let's say I'm selecting this for my class. So this I'm going to select here. This is looking much better, isn't it? This is looking much better than what was earlier there, a simple welcome. So I can decorate this, I can put this, I can introduce some border, I can reduce the size of this, I can put more pictures if I want, not necessarily that there is one picture. Okay. Okay, so I can right click on my background and